The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a 1st down.
The defensive coach is losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise,
touchdown! Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. To throw is Jackson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And now what we have here, a third and goal. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 43 yards. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Colin Johnson, a 22-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
There you go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Burrow on 3rd down. Being chased out left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes to you. Now here's a timeout as we're going to get with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that will tie us at 24 all. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams in the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From midfield now, Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Jackson on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 32 yards. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And out across midfield down to the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
There he goes, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. They go play action with Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Colin Johnson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved too? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11-90.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. A good pickup there at 22. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Running left, it's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, and still delivers the football and picks up good yardage. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. There's the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They go play action now. Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught. Touchdown! Devin Duvernay, 51 yards. And the Ravens are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw once more on second and 10. Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To the air again, Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 42. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. First down. Here's Burrow. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though this...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Carter under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Keep my way up, you know I go, you know I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Keep my way up, you know I go, you know I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the blank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boo, ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching that, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it.